Just getting my drink and stuff. So back to become kings.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello. How can I help you? Juna!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister. Adopted sister, that is. Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden until Brylehaven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Hey, sweetheart.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know?
Wait, can
Without
you hear me
asking too many
eating? I'm so
questions.
sorry. Here, I'll mute.
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly...
I suppose that...
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Luis. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand...
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Joannis Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else. I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are... enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, This one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this. This formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone.
What?
Then I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing? You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
The curse is impossible to break?
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
Sorry. I was muted, so I didn't make noise. If we take Juna out of the public, we might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on that we're in the royal capital. At least for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner, away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory. But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any ballet point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence, when they told me I was to be demoted.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the Gauntlet Runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
We can change up the party more.
So,
Let's rest in the runner to plan. Let's rest in the runner today. Our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now. Okay, let's see.
What now?
Is that the best one I can give her right now? Yeah, I see other ones that'll be really helpful later on. But for now, we'll give her that one.
Sure.
good night.
Finding it hard to sleep. It's a good time as any for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Can't sleep?
Well, that is rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
I should probably have Juno return any Magla keys we got on the Chaudrius just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister, I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it? The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. Oh, how inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts, no matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless, just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form, it's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Gina and I talked into the night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guidon! Furthermore...
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right. Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man. Where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? The disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race. And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is... recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
A very equal challenge. Yeah, this makes me feel great about stealing from another's culture.
What a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
It's okay, Hulkenberg.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day.
Pure cultural appropriation. Yeah.
This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
Yeah, it's not great, man.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over. We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with the god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
Was that a bad choice? Hold on. Just a sec. I don't think it is, but... No, we're good.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
I'm sorry, it's just very funny to realize too, now that I'm seeing this in a second playthrough. Luis's model just always looks so angry, but his drawn one, he looks, in a sense, happy but still menacing, whereas here he just looks very, very angry.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
He can't smile, but no. Only when he's drawn he can. Luis is so cunning, by the way. He is. Well, we're back at the end. So far the only thing we know for sure is that it's called Dracodios. I guess we got no choice but to go somewhere and try and gather information. Let's go. I know where to go.
Well met, eh? Wonderful.
I have quests? I do?
Alright then. What now?
Oh! I have Mars. Okay then.
Hey!
Oh, okay, they want me to look here first.
Hang on. That's the one from the exhibition.
All right then.
But it's telling me to go there. You're telling me to go here and then not to go here. Okay. If you pledge your support for Jen, then you... Oh, good. Oh, a candidate. Not only that, but he yelled on everyone's lips. Have you come to impede my campaign? I'm just passing by.
No.
Even if you aren't doing anything offensive, your presence here is a distraction. I must gather as many followers as I can, after all. Jeez, what an obnoxious toad. What in the, what's the world come to if a scuzz bucket like him could be a notable candidate?
Wonderful.
What am I gonna do?
Is he down here?
You're not serious.
No, he's not down here.
Proper aces. Well met, eh?
I know who I need to talk to, but it's not letting me go over there.
What am I gonna do? Eh?
Wonderful.
Hey,
Okay, Gallica, we'll look around a bit more here. These able-bodied candidates gathering here for the exhibition of brave. This is the best. I can't wait to see them showcasing their skills at the Colosseum. Those perfectly chiseled muscles straining against brutal beasts. Sure, yeah, but we gotta go eat beforehand, remember? So let's tone it down a bit for now. Yeah, it seems like I gotta talk to other people first. Have you heard the songstress Juna sing before? People love to talk about how her looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her, you'll understand. She sings and it's like charging into battle. I can't imagine what kind of life she led to sing the way she does. Nothing you or I can't imagine, no sir.
Wonderful.
Hello.
So
you're the
foolish,
Elder.
it arouses great pity.
Rude? You got some nerve. How dare you show your face in front of a You're the Cinctors executed simply because you had the Cinctors executed simply to improve your status, didn't you? Immoral, blasphemous Okay. It's not just your filth. Lately there have been pagans loitering around, spoiling of the areas too. You tainted barbaric tribe shall be punished by his eminence Fortune by God.
Hey there.
Wow, did you just hear what he said through all the crap though? About there being pagans nearby. Well, at least we got something out of his tribe other than a headache. I wonder if one of them's still around. Let's search. Okay, thanks for the progression, dude.
Wonderful.
Okay, we'll go the other way.
Hang on. That's the one from
Hey, mister.
Is he over here? He's still not over here. Okay. I'm sorry, no, I don't know anything and I'm busy, so I'll be on my... Wait, anything's fine, so whatever information you have. You know, for a popular candidate, your information gathering methods are awfully amateur. Did you speak to anyone else before calling out to me? You can't just talk to a couple people and expect to find what you're looking for. Wow, thanks, man. Put some legwork. Talk to everyone and don't be picky. But with that said, you should choose to place your search carefully. There's plenty of working people too busy to give you the time of day. If it were me, I'd set off to a tavern to ask patrons relaxing there. Now that's all the help you'll get a good day. Well, he's actually kind of nice, isn't he? Well, I'll take his advice and head to the tavern.
Dear me.
You're not serious.
Proper aces.
Excuse me. Oh, it's you two. Why address me? Why am...
You have business with me.
Okay. Well, I'm enjoying a meal. I'm a customer of this tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar fairies. If you want to know something, it's common sense to ask an employee first. Don't you disagree? No.
Sure.
I don't? Well, then let's talk to the lady who owns the place, shall we? Glad you understand. Good day to you.
I'm just
Okay.
incredulous.
Hey, listen. Huh?
Can I help you? Something tells me here you're not to eat. I have a question. It's Divine Lance? Not sure I'm the person to ask about that sort of thing. Wait, no, someone outside was just rambling about that a bit ago. He had a large mask on. Must have been a Mistari. He seemed awfully bothered about it. He was bothered about the land? Sounds like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. He must be headed towards the coast of the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say? If we hurry, we might be able to catch him. Let's head for the Merchant's Bazaar.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Okay, now will it let me go? Please take me to the Merchant's Bazaar.
What is it?
Okay, I thought that was him for a second. It wasn't him.
I wonder if I could have been one. Wonderful.
Young man.
There he is. Hey, that Mustari over there.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
They've really crossed the line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from...
Details, darling.
He said for the Mage Academy.
I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Dracodios.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mistari, and it remains the only place in the land where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
What do you mean?
no ship would carry you there, among the first of many reasons. Even so, it's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere. Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea ourselves! Ha ha ha! Don't worry, chums! I'm on the job!
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Del, you still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladell mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
What the?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Hold on a second. Someone's making noise. Sorry, was the girls making noise?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his run all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
friend, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right! Mirus, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Dell doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Nothing like a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladell incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
What now?
Ready to depart?
Oh, hey, aho. Time to weigh anchor already. You're not forgetting anything, are you? I'm good. Just got a hold of the chart and, with the route. We're all set for our trip to Burga Island. Now then, let's sail for new lands.
Verga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is. Oh.
Oh. Seems like an old route to get to Burga Island. We can't just go straight. The region's currents are right pain, my girl. We must go around across them, lest they carry us off course. But by my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea, huh? Hope Stroh can handle it. With Juna and her 2 thorns at our side, tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward. Jolly good, rest assured, I'll get us through the waves to Burga Island as gently as can be.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master of the helm, my dear.
Verga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island on a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virga Island's infamous people, treacherous! Even the Crown Theocracy struggled with them for years.
This dude keeps knowing all the stuff the group is up to. Yeah.
So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
Nura speaking?
Nurse speaking, come in. Nurse's voice is echoing out through the runner phone. Heisman's got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard though, so be careful. 3 days until we arrive at Berg Island, I think. Having Juna and those brothers around certainly has made the Gauntlet Runner livelier.
Seriously.
I was wondering what sort of rubbish excuse of a ship I'd find, but I gotta admit, the insides are impressive, compared to the rest of it at least. Troll is dead. I thought I'd finally gotten used to the runner's motion, but the waves are a whole new beast. I'd rather not look pathetic in front of those two brothers, but I'm afraid there's no helping it now. Waves are torture.
What's this?
Keen's spiritual sister!
Got it.
You might be downstairs. Let's cook.
Okay, so... Got a second?
I don't see him. He's on the deck. I don't see Juna either. Oh, there she is. I guess, yeah, you all are just out here. Been moving at such speeds, it looks like I can still catch fish. No idea how that works. Fly fishing! Perhaps they're drawn to the runner's maglet crystals, or perhaps they're just curious. Either way, I certainly won't want for entertainment on our way to the island. Well, I certainly won't be bored. The sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish and feel your hair. I'm quite ready to make landfall, actually. This is some runners your man's put together, full of weird things that I've never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the runner too, does he? Okay, I think I have a book from Juna I can read. It doesn't look like I can do Hulkenberg's last one either. Nope, that's not what I want. Because I think we still had hers to finish. Yeah, but it's not counting towards it today.
the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Alright, 3 days from now, we're being watched, so be careful what you say. Are you comfy? I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we've seen on the land, but you never know. Best to keep the emergency lights on just in case. Let's be honest though, no random monster could possibly capsize my Sea Runner. If you think I'm gonna take my eyes off you just because it's past sundown, think again. You wanna try something, go ahead. Just see what happens. Count Luis won't be asking me to justify myself, we clear. I admit, I was half thinking the stinky little runner, gauntlet runner was gonna sink in a second, but it did a decent job running today. And of all the candidate runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I'd set foot on it without Lady Juna being here. Hey, hey, it's me.
Alright.
Okay, let's tell them how much we throw up when we pledge allegiance to Louise. Yeah, I think they'll take that really great.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
This mugginess is is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean, but the sea is making my hair 10 times as hard to manage. I know exactly what you mean. The salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea? I find that sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern of such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? Oh, I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that. In fact, but you know what? If I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. 3 more days. They say the island is barbaric. I wonder what it's really like, though. The salt wind is getting into my fur. I hate it.
Well then. What's that?
Hello? Oh, hi Nix. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Okay, bye. We've just finished the game. 'Twas most illuminating. Assigned watchdog or no, it does us both good to sharpen our tactics together. Figured you lot wouldn't be much use in a fight, but you're better than you look. Suppose former knights are good for more than grandstanding and pretentious speeches. Anyone out here? Nope. I don't see them anywhere. Oh well, we can do the thing with more real quick.
Now, where what?
Would you look at this?
Oh yeah, I have the experiment thing I can do.
Now why do that?
Okay. I'm astonished you managed to study so many archetypes. Are you some sort of prodigy? At the very least, you surely won me a new memory. A new memory has returned.
Incredible.
Incredible.
All right.
You okay?
Everything okay?
Yes.
Yes, I was able to remember a few things, thank you. But before that, seeing as you're here, won't you tell me some stories of your travels? I've been watching over you, so I do value your perspective. I see. Interesting, though I heard nothing that might reveal this place, which means, I suppose, that the king must have imprisoned me here because... Did you figure something out? There is but one place that comes to mind, but if that inkling is right, then too much else becomes inexplicable. If I'm correct in my hunch, it would mean that the king deliberately placed me somewhere I know well, somewhere I could easily continue my research. But why would he want to help you with your studies? Indeed, that is the question. It would make the mystery of the king's intentions. Why would he intentionally imprison me here? I imagine I was put here to prevent my research, but it was quite the opposite. The king sought to place me where I might develop transformative magic yet further. And by continuing my research, my memories would return. And in a way, all my travails may have been by his design. These answers I sought, this place, my identity, in the end, the only path towards them was continuing my pursuits. The pieces are coming together. It would seem the time to uncover the truth has finally come. Let's find out together.
Yeah.
Thanks, Windows Security. If I have your support, I can face any truth we ultimately reveal. I shall accept it unflinching with eyes open. Am I a grave sinner who must pay for my offenses, or am I a revolutionary who must change the future? This newfound resolve of mine is also thanks to you. For the utopia I will make a reality. I'll battle my past until the end. I can sense Moore's willingness to accept the truth, whatever form it takes, as well as his heartfelt trust towards me. Oh! This is the other one. Okay.
Now, a new...
And now study Soul Hacker. That'll be really helpful later on.
Listen here.
Now for your next task, the true test. This one, the thesis project, as it were. I ask you to study an elite archetype. We're not going to get to this for quite a while. The archetypes are only revealed by having peerless, unbreakable bond, and then said archetype must be cultivated to its limits. Namor is working with Louise. He's the true mastermind. It matters not which you choose to focus on, so long as you do so until you can improve it no longer. Very evil. If you haven't yet obtained an elite archetype, perhaps you might strengthen the bond with a follower or continue on your journey. Yeah, this is definitely continue on our journey.
This one's important.
Because we cannot get this right now. I mean, I think the closest we are would probably be Hulkenberg's to an elite. Actually, she might. She just needs to get her 8. No, wait, because that requires, I think that requires a higher one in Gallica. I think Stroll would honestly be the one that's the next one, but that requires doing more with Barton. This is the height that none before have reached. The stronger your power, the greater your impact. You will impact me. Once this research is completed, the path to the ultimate archetype might finally be in sight, and with it, our ultimate answer. Everything lies in your hands, Will. Let us break through the barriers of this trial and see our dream to fruition. I believe in you to the very end. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Stroll might be the closest to it, but we still have a ways with that. Wait, I did? Is it counting for New Game Plus? Because no one's unlocked it yet. Okay.
Unbelievable. You've truly fulfilled your task?
I guess?
Your abilities know no bounds. Why, it beggars belief. Incredible. Utterly incredible.
Who has the elite already?
Incredible.
Who has it?
Alright.
Genuinely, who has it? I don't know. Is it Juna? No, Juna can't have it yet. We haven't even started her social
Wow, he's
link.
really gushing this time. Though I'd say you definitely earned it.
It can't be Heisme because there needs to be a higher one with Nurse.
It cannot have been an easy journey. Full of meetings and partings, trials and joys, all from which you've come to find your own way of life.
Who is it?
There must have been many people who have wished, worked, and given themselves for your support. Indeed, you could never have achieved so much alone. I see. If you have come so far, with motes of the people's light in your wake, then perhaps I was wrong, and the world is not lost to hope. A strange revelation, but I confess, I do not resent being proven wrong.
What's my reward?
I'd like to believe that.
I'd say it's not a question of believing, but having the power to believe. The power to wish, or more aptly for you, the power of fantasy is itself meaningful. Now then, I'd like to present your next task. But, alas, I have none to give. There is nothing more to be done. With this, you have seen our mutual endeavors through to the end.
I thought this was gonna take a while to get to the elite, but for some reason someone has it and I don't know who.
There are two reasons. The first being that my knowledge of archetypes ends here. I have nothing more to teach. You have outpaced me on the path to the ultimate archetype. I believe I have
Hi,
helped you
Nix.
all I can.
Oh my god, hi. Just climb on top of me, sure. Okay, hi.
As for the other reason,
What's wrong? Oh, by the way, did you get that lost memories thing figured out?
unfortunately, the rest of my memories have not come to me. However, I did arrive at a conclusion of sorts. Why was I confined here? And where in the world is this place? My apologies, but for now, I'll refrain from explaining my conclusion so simply. It could cast a shadow over the archetype's growth. No, more so your own.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you and I met was no coincidence. Everything has been connected from the beginning. If the hypothesis I've reached is correct, my memory will soon return in full, and I will gladly tell you all. Yes. Though there is one memory I know for certain, beyond speculation. The reason why I wrote the fantasy novel. I mentioned once that in my youth, I went on a journey. I met many people in my travels, and it is for their sakes that I wrote my tale, as an ideal I hoped to make true.
In your youth? You don't look that old to me. You're talking like this is all way in the past.
Hmm? Ah, indeed. I suppose I am. I shared my stories with the people I cared for dearly, that we might dream of the same future, and thus strive toward it. I've no idea what became of them, or how they now live, but I'm glad to have remembered them. Their echoes have given me a new goal, crystal clear. Someday I will leave this place behind and reunite with my companions. I'd like to give you some tangible token of my appreciation as well. If we only ever meet in this mind space, I can't give you so much as a single letter.
I hope you can see your loved ones again.
I will see that I do. That is my new dream, after all. Thank you. When we met, I styled myself as your guide. But in truth, I think you guided me just as much. It seems he'd like to show his appreciation too. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad we met.
It feels more as deep gratitude and boundless trust.
The scholar in search of utopia, more, keeper and heritor of the seeker's virtues. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Well, that's another one done.
Dreams will forever elude our grasp. I truly look forward to the day where you master the power of all archetypes and become a hero king, a great unifier of heroic spirits. We will meet again. Ah, how good of you to
Okay,
come.
who has it? Oh, here, hold on. This one. That one's okay. We don't need that right at the moment. I have so many abilities.
All right.
For now, we'll need that. Wait, no!
All right.
Yeah, I have all this mag, might as well use it. Who has it? Yeah, you don't yet. You don't yet. No. Who the freak has the elite archetype? None of you have it because it should be up here. How did we unlock that thing then? Huh? What? Okay. Weird. But sure. Hey, yeah, we'll start making some of these because we're gonna need those. I think I need two, because I'm gonna need one for another one. No, I did. No, I did. Okay. Also, I wonder if you recognize this icon because you have seen this in another game I played. Okay, I need 2 mage knights. Okay. I think Luna just came back from her walk. Okay, need that one. Hello? Hi, Luna! How's it going, sweetheart? You're a little wet. Was it sprinkling out there? Okay, I did that one. Martial artist. Oh, I'm missing another brawler mask. Okay. I love the puppies. I want to smooch. I'm sure they would be happy with smooches. Okay. Made all these. I'm missing a seeker mask? When was I missing a seeker mask? But it says I own one. What? Okay, need to make the clerics, the gunners. I have a lot of these done. I would not say no to that. Oh, looks like Nyx is going on her walk now. Okay, make the merchant, then we're making the typhoon. Or not the typhoon, tycoon. Also, if you couldn't recognize what the mask is, it's the back of the tarot cards in Persona. What am I missing? I'm missing a star mask. Okay, that sucks. I think I can buy them on the island still, so that's okay. The game reads the new game plus. No, actually that's just how it is in the game. Kinda like with some of the other classes I got, like Soul Hacker is part of the Devil Summoner games. That's, one of the main factions that you have in Devil Summoner. There is the Demon Summoner, which is part of the Shin Megami Tensei ones where you actually do summon demons to do your fights. And then Juna, her, the next one up from the Mass Dancer is the Persona Master one. So it's kind of hidden little name ones for their past series they've done with Atlas. Nope, don't make it again. Okay, that's a sniper's mask. I gotta make the dragoon. Okay, so yeah, I need to find a star mask, and I can do that. I have so many full masks, holy shoot. Okay, so just the star, and then I can finish this. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay.
Oh.
Yep, let's go back.
You're coming.
Buy more.
What now?
I do think it's also funny too when you use Persona Master because they'll shout Persona first and then say Master after like a couple seconds. use these up. Oh my god, I hit the cap on that. Okay. Yeah, we need to use those.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
You sure are, buddy.
I found new power.
You sure did.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
That's a pretty good passive.
I found new power. New skills, new possibilities.
Yep.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Okay. Do we need to swap anyone with classes? That's not the button I want. Okay, I'm that one. Stroll is that one. She's Dark Knight. He's currently the assassin until we get farther in. Need to wait until we get her higher up and then we can make her Persona Master. Okay, yeah, we're still on track. I'm sorry, but the master thing reminded me of years ago when I saw the goddess back then. I was feeling too miserable and I think it was extremely dear. I can see why it made you uncomfortable though, even if it wasn't the intent.
Alright.
I was just trying to think of a word that would show like, yes, you were magnificent kind of thing.
Come look at this.
Oh hey, you lot aren't gonna believe what I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes. Oh, this one's cool. I mean, they're all cool, but...
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Wow, the sea's been split in two and we're standing on the seafloor. This is what the magnet abnormalities are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water spheres in Brilhaven. But by Jove, this is on a whole nother level entirely. Del, are you sure about this? The water ain't about to come down on us, is it? You wanna go back to the runner?
Hey.
Are you better to go back to the runner? No, I'm fine. Really, someone ought to keep an eye on you a lot, after all. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of water. I've never seen such shiny fish. Luckenberg? What are you doing? You're
Enough.
not thinking of spearfishing through the seawall, are you? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat these weird-looking fish without a second thought. I suspect the weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weaklings that they are. They travel together in a group. Who does that remind you of? Must you sling barbs at every opportunity? It is exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses. I say those shining scales at work is excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I need a few specimens to dissect. As you wish, I shall catch enough that we shall all dine well. I'd rather you didn't. The supplies we received in town are more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
I see. If that's the consensus, then let us head back. Feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you. He's got a point. The seawall might even collapse in the rain, so I'd rather not stay to find out. Catching the sight of this unexpected view has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
Well, I also had self-esteem issues. I'd say that I feel a lot better now. I want to be there. There you go, lad. Drawing on the seawall, I made sure that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows.
As the water sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
What terrible rain. Twill be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
It's doing better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest. Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Chief is in no position to speak ill of the Paripus?
What? No, I didn't mean...
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Paripus.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with them? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck! Quick!
Also, if you ever take a break anytime, don't force yourself. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna do this boss battle and then probably take a break.
What now?
You still dead, Stroll? Rocky, I can hardly stand. I can't go on like this. Like hell, I can't stand these floating rust buckets. Talk later, just hurry up and do something. I don't especially mind the shaking, but all this creaking from the hole can't be good. If we don't do something fast, it will be surely to flood. What in God's name is that? Didn't they say Forden defeated the monster? Yet here it is. Caroling. That's a word. Going through the stormy sea. Sea monster is still about. We cannot let it damage His Highness's runner. What's this monster's problem? If Lady Juna gets hurt, it's your neck on the line. You can handle this.
What is that thing?
be you helping those in need, right, Del?
Now! Hurry!
You alright, Del? You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
Is that a human?
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah! Come on over here!
Now's our chance!
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked!
Yeah, all the animated ones are really good.
Oh, power of kings! Some darker arts.
I won't hold back. Wind! Still up?
This is just what I need! Burn! Let's keep it up! That should make things a little easier on us!
I shall vanquish evil.
The power of light!
Hit your weak point! Keep it up!
I'll use what I must. Rancor!
Scour!
Satisfactory.
I'll strive for greater heights.
I shall see.
Marvelous! I feel stronger already!
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this! There are still monsters out here! Forden lied! He lied to everybody!
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans.
And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking! You've got to be kidding!
Bail the water! You two, help us!
What? You can't just order us... Oh, this bloody rust buckets!
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It was a long day yesterday, huh? I'm glad we were able to see you another morning. I'm very happy that we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing out all that water, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. You really came through at a pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. You must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're
Too
right.
true. Maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit. So how about it, darlings? Let's take the day to just relax and watch the ocean. Over the island tomorrow.
Come on.
Managed to defeat the monster, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? In times like this, people tend to open up more. Okay, so we're gonna take a break now, but when we come back, this is one of 2 different events where you can talk to people and you will get a special item from them if you talk to them. And you can only choose one person in each of these 2 events. You cannot talk to anyone else. It is just one that you have a heart-to-heart scene with them.
What now?
For now, thank you for watching. It's been nice. Bye bye.